There's this Dutch Frenchman, Ari Scheffer. Ari Scheffer. Quite well known because there's a statue of him in Holland, about 25 minutes away from Rotterdam. So this is an oil on canvas, 1846. Signed and dated. You see Faust and Marguerite here, Valentin's sister, and towards the side, almost like a shadow, we see Martha and Mephistopheles. I like the expression on Martha's face. She's got starry-eyed looking at Mephisto, like she's on a double date. And then we have Marguerite and Faust. We know from the text that Marguerite was indeed quite beautiful, and Ari Scheffer, he's given us some fodder for our imagination. Who's Martha? Well, she's just a neighbor lady, quite friendly, honorable. She's sort of a second mom to Marguerite, and Marguerite kind of confides in her the things that she cannot confide to her mother, sort of. So she plays the role of an aunt, I suppose. Anyway, what I want to do here is read out some lines from the text translation of Faust so that we can come into this scene and understand it fully. So Faust has seen Marguerite in church and he tried to chat her up, but she looked at his appearance and the way he's dressed. Mistakes him for nobility. She knows that he's way outside her social class, and so she brushes him off, quite politely. Faust, of course, he's blown away with her beauty, and he wants to date her. So these are a few lines, Faust kind of sitting back and dreaming of her. He's tripping out. God, what a lovely child, I swear. I've never seen the like of her. She's so dutiful and pure. Yet not without a pert allure. Her rosy lip, her cheek aglow, I never shall forget, I know. Her glance's timid, downward dart is graven deeply in my heart. But how she was so short with me, that was consummate ecstasy. So now Faust goes to his genie Mephisto and he says, "Here, get me that young wench, for certain." Mephistopheles, "Which one?" Faust, "The one that just walked past." Mephistopheles, "Her? I just happened to be by the curtain at her confession. She's just been pronounced absolved of any sin. She's a right innocent young lass, who brought mere nothings to confess. On her I have no hold." So here we see there's sort of a hesitancy from Mephistopheles. We might be able to connect it to, you remember Valentin, he went to God and was praying, "Please protect my sister." We could connect that to this little hesitancy here because Mephisto kind of recognizes she's shrouded by the protection of God, and God seemed to have every intention of granting his disciple the wish of protection, so to speak. Here Faust responds, "Why, she's over 19. So now we see Mephistopheles, he's kind of taking a dig at Faust, putting his moral character to judgment. Here's what he says. "You're like a loose Lothario who thinks that all dear blossoms blow for him, can see no honest name, nor favor that is not fair game. It does not always work, I fear." You can see from the next lines that Faust is kind of having none of this. He's getting a bit impatient, annoyed. "Your pious worship, spare my ear. Let me be plain and hear me right, unless I have that sweet delight nestling in my embrace tonight. The self-same midnight hour shall part us." So Faust has kind of put an ultimatum to Mephistopheles, saying if this doesn't happen tonight, then our contract is done, our deal is off. Lines from Mephisto in submission. "To show you how I strive and strain, to serve and soothe your amorous pain. I will not waste another minute. I know her room, and tonight you shall be in it. And so Mephisto gets to work and somehow tricks Martha sort of into a double date and brings Marguerite into her garden where a meeting can take place. That's what's shown in this painting.